Welcome to Minutes with Lynnis, brought to you by Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond. Embark on this journey with me, Lynnis Woods Mullins, your certified holistic living and wellness expert for women over 40, as we explore tips for an ever-growing mind, body, and spirit in just a few minutes. Hi, everybody. This is Lynnis, and welcome to Lynnis Minutes. Sharing is caring. Wow, this is really one of my very first official Sharing is Caring. We had one that we streamed live on Facebook, and now one that we're recording. And I'm really excited about this because I wanted people to be able to have a chance to share the things that they are passionate about, to get a chance to talk about those things that they've always wanted to talk about, but maybe haven't had a chance to talk about. So I'm very excited today on this Sharing and Caring moments that we're going to be talking about some tips, tools, and techniques that will hopefully help you to be more well in your mind, your body, and your spirit, especially as we move through midlife. Because let's face it, ladies, things begin to change a little bit in midlife, and some of the things we thought we knew all about and had together, suddenly it becomes a mystery. And you have to try different things to figure out what works for you. So today I'm going to be talking about one process that might work for you. And I have somebody with me who is very knowledgeable, and I'm so excited about it. But let me ask you a question. You see this lady right here? She's looking kind of like not a hot mess, but you can tell she's kind of frustrated. She's trying to figure out what to do next. And she's a tad bit overweight, maybe a little plump. Those extra few pounds that we sometimes get as a result of thickening. I know you guys know what I'm talking about, right? And so then you begin to wonder, okay, most of us have been there, right? We want to drop the pounds, but everything we try just doesn't work, or it doesn't last. Now, for me, it will be the not lasting. Now, I know a lot of you think, well, you don't need to lose weight, but I did pick up extra pounds a couple of months ago, and I am having a real challenge dropping those extra pounds. Before, not a problem. That's because of the cravings and things that I'm having. We're going to talk about that a little bit later on with someone I know that can help us. And that would be, let's see, where is she? There she goes. Robin Taylor. We're going to be talking with Robin Taylor. This is her on the screen. She's going to be talking about weight loss in midlife. Robin, thank you so much for joining us on Lynnis Minutes. Sharing is caring. Tell us a little bit about you and why you're so passionate about helping women in particular in midlife drop those extra pounds.
Well, thank you, Lynnis. Thank you for having me on today. And I love to share this message because I, too, was 50, 51 and plateaued. I was just figuring I'm going to be this way for the rest of my life. Let me hopefully not get bigger. And I didn't know that there is a way with some simple steps of just changing how you're eating that will help even somebody in the midlife stage drop those pounds, drop those inches, get fit, and you don't have to just say, this is it, this is what I have to look forward to. So yes, I do have some great information.
Okay, well, of course, I've got a few questions. I always have questions. Let's talk about this, or I guess it's a program that you're talking about right now. My first question is, of course, is this another diet?
No. We want to stop the dieting madness. So that is a very clear message in what I love to share with people because, yes, diets work when you're doing them. The problem is diets are not sustainable. Diets stop at some point. They have an expiration date. And then what happens? The pounds come back, and it's a yo-yo situation. And actually what's going on is it's really messing up with our hormones and the way our body's accepting the new food or nutrition that we're putting in later. And actually what happens in the long run is we store more fat and we burn more muscle, and that's exactly opposite of what we want to be doing. Okay. So not a diet. And actually the mindset on this is eating the proper combination of protein, carbs, and fats every 3 hours. So we say eat PFC every 3, and that will help keep our hormones balanced so that what I just described doesn't happen. And it's actually it's a very easy program to follow, and I'll get in more of the nitty-gritty on that. But yeah, it's the whole thing is to stop counting calories. Don't worry about that. And we're going to look at the nutrition in the different food groups and how they work best together to turn our own engines on.
Okay, fantastic. And what is it that makes your program different? You mentioned some of the things. One of the questions I have in particular in terms of making your program different, I find very rarely that diet programs talk at all about cravings, because you do get them during diets. I mean, you're hungry, but if you ever had cravings, even before you decide to lose weight, you know how strong they get, especially when you decide that you do want to lose weight. So what makes your program different? Do you address that issue around cravings?
Yeah, well, actually, what is very handy that nature gives us is if you're putting good nutrition in, the cravings will stop. They'll go away. Those foods that we have been craving in the past, they just become less interesting, is the best way I can describe it. And I know personally how it happened, and it is kind of weird, but so thankful. So yeah, the cravings will stop, and then it just helps us stay focused better on making good choices. So this is really, it's really a lifestyle. It's a healthy lifestyle that is based on the PFC every 3. It's very simple to do. And what happens is the first week or so, we focus on a detox. And by doing that detox, by just eliminating some of the foods that really cause the bloating, it allows us to clean our body's filter. Like if you change the oil in your car, you're not going to just go to the mechanic and say, hey, I need some new oil in my car. Put the good stuff in this time. I'm tired of the crap. No, you need to clean the filter first so that the good stuff that you're putting in helps the engine run most efficiently. So we focus first on the detox, and that is also that jump start to getting our bodies revved up to accept the new nutrition in a good way. And that also helps the cravings go away. So that is one thing that is different. We're using food to balance our sugars, balance our hormones. It's not a deprivation thing. We're not going to say you can't ever eat X, Y, and Z ever again. We're going to learn how to use the foods that you love in the right combination to help you achieve your fitness goals. And for some people, Lynnis, it's actually, of course, a lot of people, the majority of people want to release fat, they want to release inches, but some people even want to build or they want to get stronger. So just because somebody's small doesn't mean they're healthy inside. So this helps everybody.
Absolutely. And I can certainly attest to that, because I have a tendency to be smaller, but that doesn't still mean that I need to, burn more body fat or whatever the issue might be. And who does this help? You mentioned it can even help small people, but who else can it help?
And outside of the age group that your audience is, this is something, and this is a really good question to ask yourself. This is something that it's appropriate for babies to the most senior of seniors. So, think about babies when they're born. What do? They eat every 3 hours. They eat breast milk. Breast milk is a proper balance of protein, carb, and fat, and it helps your body do what it's supposed to be doing. And so this is just something you can have, as anybody in your household can eat. And a lot of times people say, oh, I'm on this diet. I would never think of putting my teenager on it, though, because it's really not.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this is something for the whole family. Anybody can do
it. And what if someone doesn't like to cook? Is there a lot of cooking involved in this program? Because, I used to cook a lot, taking care of my 4 girls and all of that. But I have to say, I might cook maybe 3 times a week, and the cooking involves it's a salad. It's not a lot of stuff. So does this involve a lot of cooking?
You know what? It's perfect for the people who don't consider themselves a cook, for people who don't like to cook, because again, we're going to show you how to use the foods you like in the right combination. That's the whole piece of it. Of course, there is going to be probably more prep involved for people that aren't used to doing any kind of cooking at all. It's we're using a lot of fresh ingredients, so that will involve that, but it's easy to do if you just chunk out some time, get everything prepped ahead of time for, several days, and that sets you up to win anyway. So it doesn't, when you have the food prepared and it's easy to grab or put together, you're less likely to say, oh, I don't feel like it today, I'm tired, let me just grab these chips and sit down and do that instead.
Oh boy, I've been there. And speaking of that, right now we're going through a heat wave. In fact, as I'm talking to you, I think I told you before that my air conditioner has decided not to work once it gets 100 degrees. And of course, the last 3 days has been 100 degrees. So it's really hot during the summer, and you don't feel like doing certain things. So is doing something like this, is it hard to do in the summer?
No, it's actually very nice to do in the summer because that's when we have a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables too. So that makes it easy. That's what we typically like to eat. Cold stuff and just easy to prepare. And we don't want to be turning the oven on. We don't want to be standing on top of the stove, with all that other heat going on. So summertime is great, even for people that are active, on the go, vacationing. What is awesome about this too, when I forgot to mention, is this isn't just a program. We have a plan for people to follow, and I love to help people figure out how it fits best for them. We have some nutritional products that help enhance the results. And then the last thing is we have a community. There's an online community. There's a local community here in the Sacramento area where I'm at. And the support is what makes it so nice for people, especially in the beginning, if they feel like, I'm not sure what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm ready. I'd rather have some tips. So you have a backup. You have some support, and that just helps the accountability and people stay on track. And it gives you recipes. It gives you ideas of what other people are doing. So when you go to travel, we have some tips. We'll teach you how to order in a restaurant, how to set yourself up for when. Again, the plan is the whole thing. If you have a goal to say, I want to, be ready for Labor Day, picnic at Labor Day, I want to look great. Well, we'll give you some tips to remember when you're out and about what to do so that you don't fall off your plan.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah, it's awesome.
The other thing, a lot of people want to know in particular about exercise. Does this program involve a lot of exercise? And I would say that any good weight loss program involves some kind of movement. But what about this program? Well, how does that incorporate it?
Yes. Well, remember, so this is it's a healthy lifestyle. So absolutely, healthy lifestyle talks about nutrition, talks about sleep, talks about exercise. And so yes, there is an exercise piece, but it's not crazy. It's not over the top. And again, do what you want to do. And we have a couple tips from actually an expert. He's a nutritionist, he's a physical trainer, and he has ideas for us and how to keep it so that we want to make a program that somebody's going to stick to. It's silly to put together an exercise program and an eating plan if you want to. This isn't really that, but I know there are some people that put together individualized things, and it's all about, you can have a bowl of spinach and then you have to go work your butt off so hard at the gym that you never want to go back. So it's not about that. Okay. And, yeah. Great tips.
That's a good thing to know too.
Yeah,
and also for people in my situation, menopause. How does that all work? Because I know with me, I've been in menopause now for about at least since 50, and I'm 62. So it's been 12 years at least.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So something with menopause, how does something like this work?
It's awesome because in menopause, when our hormones are up and down, when our emotions are up and down, that's when we typically make mistakes, if you want to call them that. We grab for comfort foods. We want to do whatever we can in the moment to help us calm down or deal with whatever the symptom is. So again, if you're following a healthy lifestyle with good nutrition, good exercise, good sleep, then the menopausal symptoms will be more manageable. I'm not going to tell you they're going to take everything away 100%, absolutely. But of course, the healthier you are during this stage in your life, the better you're setting yourself up for the future. And by the way, with this too, is when we're doing the exercise and using the right foods, we're building lean muscle.
Yes.
That's important. And it's, you know, at a certain point in our lives, we stop building more lean muscle. And the ladies, especially who haven't been that active or who are, you know, carrying some extra pounds, when you get to those later years and you're not growing or not making any more lean muscle, what you want to go into those years prepared with as much as possible. So this is just another great way to set yourself up to win in your later years.
I love that. And
yeah.
what about results? What kind of results could somebody expect? I mean, is it something that just happens right away, or does it take a little time? Or
actually, what does happen right away, so the detox week that I talked about before, the first step, is on average, we see a weight loss of 7 to 10 pounds. So it's, again, it's the bloat. It's what people are hanging on to, all that ick that we need to get rid of so that we can set ourselves up for good steps and good progress moving forward. After the first week, of course, we're not going to see that much drop in the, you know, every week, but it's wonderful because it right away in the beginning, you feel better, and it just depends on how much you have to shed, how much you want to release, and how closely you follow the plan. This is about creating something for each individual that they can do for a lifestyle. So we don't say we want to lose 20 pounds by September 15th. We say, let's work on making bigger. If you're not happy with how much weight you're losing right away, well, let's see how we can make some changes if you want different results. But yeah, I've seen people that are following this program. By the way, it's international, worldwide. We have our Facebook community has over 40,000 people.
Wow.
I know people that have lost 75 to 100 pounds.
Wow.
One lady,
well, you have your own story too. How much have you lost?
I do, yeah. Well, one lady I want to see is even 80 years old when she did that. So
wow.
Think about that. When I started following this, I lost 20 pounds and over 24 inches. So that is the real kicker.
That's
we actually
amazing.
say, watch the inches, watch how you're shrinking. That's really what makes the difference.
That's amazing. I love that.
Yeah.
And how can we learn more? What do we need to do to find out more about this?
Good question. So I have a couple things coming up here locally. One is local in Elk Grove next Sunday at the Logan's Roadhouse. Thank you. It's just an information meeting. You can find out more details, find out if this is something that you're ready to embrace. And I'm going to be having some samples of just examples of common lunches, dinners that are what we eat, what I will help you learn how to cook or prepare, and you can see how simple it is. It's really, really just a nice way to get a good introduction and find out if it's something that you want to do. So Sunday at Logan's Roadhouse, it would be awesome to see you there. My phone number's on there, so if you can please let me know you're coming, or if you have other questions, by all means, please call me, 916-812-3214. And if you want to reach out on Facebook Messenger, that's another good way. And speaking of Facebook, on Tuesday night, I am going to do a Facebook Live presentation. I'll put the link in your group here, Lynnis. And for people that aren't local that want to find out more, tune into that, and I'll go through all the little details. And if you want to email me, my email is retaylor@comcast.net.
retaylor@comcast.net.
Yeah, and I'm starting a 30-day challenge on August 1st. So if you have a goal, again, Labor Day, if you have a goal for Labor Day picnic, you want to rock that cute outfit, contact me right away so we can set you up. So on August 1st, you can be part of our group, and we'll have some little extra challenges or prizes going on in there just to help people be excited to end their summer stronger, healthier than what they started.
And I was thinking also, this is a great time because you can also start getting ready for 2020 ahead of time. You know, maybe lose a few extra pounds because the holidays are coming. You know what happens with the holidays. And this is a good way to already make that lifestyle change so that you can enjoy your holidays and still be fit and looking good when it moves into 2020.
Yes, yeah. Well, that's a good thing. I know last year I had a support group that was just designed to get through the holidays without gaining those pounds. Like just some little tips and tricks when you go to holiday parties, what to put on your plate, what to do to prepare, and some meals, some recipes that are crowd pleasing.
Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah. So yeah, that was a good point. And we need to be ready for your getaway to Costa Rica.
Right. I can hardly wait for the getaway for Costa Rica. And I was going to say something a little bit about that before we go. Everybody, make sure, for those of you in the Wellness Woman group, if you're watching the replay on YouTube or Instagram, make sure you go to my website at www.wellnesswoman40.com and click on the Costa Rica banner and find out more. Make an appointment with me so we can chat about going to Costa Rica. I still have a few opportunities left for people who want to thrive. And man, you'll really be thriving if you get there and you're fit enough to wear your bikini. Oh boy. So you got to work with Robin so you can really start when you come to Costa Rica so we can take all kinds of great pictures with your bikinis on. So fantastic. Robin, thank you so much for joining us on Lynnis Minutes and sharing is caring and giving us an opportunity to find out how we can lose weight in a healthy way.
Yes. Thank you, Lynnis. Thank you, everybody.
All right. And thank you so much for all of you for joining. And I just wanted to point out to all of you that if you are interested in finding out more about how to share on Lynnis is Caring, if you're interested in sharing on, Lynnis Minutes, Sharing is Caring, please just message me in the group on Facebook, or you can go ahead and send me an email at lynnismullins@gmail.com, lynnismullins@gmail.com. And I'd love to talk with you about how you can share your products and services on Sharing is Caring, a special edition of Lynnis Minutes. Thanks so much for joining us, and we'll see you again real soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for tuning in. If you have something to share, please comment below. For more Wellness Woman videos, be sure to click the subscribe button below and check out my Facebook group, Wellness Woman 40 and Beyond. But most importantly, don't forget to love yourself and educate, encourage, and empower your mind, body, spirit wellness.